Hello, my name is John.
And I'm Nikki, and we are the bosses next door.
And today, what are we talking about?
Our little mini vacation.
Mini vacation, stepping away, building a business so we can get away and enjoy ourselves.
Yes.
Which we don't do enough.
We're getting better.
Are we?
I think so.
That's good.
I know.
So we went to Coachella this year, which for people who don't know, it's a massive festival. Last year they had about 120,000 people show up each of the 2 weekends. This year was sold out like immediately. Mm-hmm. Depends what you like. There's like DJs that we like Prospa and some of those, and then Justin Bieber was a big headline, and there was a ton of people there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So if you haven't gone, look it up. It's a great event. This is our second year. We've gone with our older kids, which we have 4 kids. 3 are old enough, and they're adult and adulting, doing adult things. So going and being able to spend time with them is kind of nice. Fair?
Yes. Our oldest started back when she was in college and has been graduated for a while and talked us all into going last year. Mm-hmm. And then this year we went again, and we'll see how long the tradition lasts.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you have a good time?
Yeah. Always a good time. I'm tired, though, by the end of the night. And like, I'm done. Because it's just a long day with a lot of walking, a lot of activity.
A lot of dancing.
A lot of dancing. These knees are tired.
Yeah. Yep.
It's all right. I'm a dancer.
But years ago, we would never been able to have this opportunity because we'd be so locked down in like what's happening in the day to day, like how things are moving, what things need to get done, et cetera, right? And every time we leave, I do think we still learn something.
Right.
We still learn like, oh my gosh, man, I need to make sure that like in the future, these things are handled so it's off my plate.
Yeah. And we didn't get calls this time. Like people handled business at all 3 companies. So when we came back, we just kind of checked in and things were moving smooth. I did have one email to send while we were gone because I was like, I'll get that done. So knock that out early on arrival and then move on. Yeah.
My day was still we left on Thursday. My day was still pretty busy Thursday, Friday day, and then it lightened up for me just because one of our bigger companies that we have contracts with, they have a big inspection that goes through with corporate, and that was kind of happening the same weekend. So they check in they're just making sure that all the T's are crossed and I's are dotted.
I was trying to get him to establish a boundary and be like, I'm gone this weekend. This is your contact person. They can take care of you. Yeah. Which kind of happened, but you still had some interruptions early on in the weekend. Yeah,
so I think that it's an opportunity. Like we were way farther along, but I think it's always an opportunity to kind of figure out like what works, what doesn't work, how to fix it. When you come back, it's kind of interesting to kind of see like, did something break, or not.
Or not. Yeah.
And it's kind of nice. I think the more we get seasoned in this, the better that it is to be able to just leave. Because you have employees that actually want you to go and like, man, get away from here for a minute, right? Take a break or whatever.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah. Some of them want us to go just to like take the rest, but some of them I think want us to go so they can show what they can do without us.
That's really fair. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's exactly right. I think they want to like, no, we'll prove to you that I can handle this. We don't really need you here, right? Kind of a thing. And there's still stuff they need us for. And I think that kind of reflecting on that, I did that on the way back home. I was like, okay, we had a great time. Mm-hmm. Everybody's kind of worn out, but like, how to go, how do I think it went, and then what do I expect to happen when I come back?
Right.
And it kicked off early. I mean, it was like getting back was pretty early.
Yeah.
But, why do you think choosing to be with family was like important, like when we left?
I think, when the kids are small, you make good memories with them and like everything's a memory. Remember when we did this or when I ate this or when we tried this or whatever. But now that they're older, we have to do like grown-up things, like create more memories with them now that are at the stage that they're at, right?
Yeah, I think that's a good point because I think like most people like we're in our late 40s, like wouldn't necessarily jump down and go to Coachella, right? There's older people there too that are much older than we are, but the crowd is substantially 20s and 30s.
Yeah, I agree.
Fair. Mm-hmm. And I think that our family is so important to us that I think it is taking yourself out of your comfort zone and going down and experiencing, like you said, where they're at. They're kind of like what they're really into. Mm-hmm. And I think it's really interesting to kind of get a peek into their life.
Yeah. how do they interact with their friends as adults.
Yeah.
And the other really cool part too is like when your kids are there and their other friends are there also, they're just like excited and like, I can't believe your parents are here. And
yeah, my parents would never do this, you know.
Yeah, and so that was neat too. I'm like, oh yeah, we're going to be down there with you.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's really good. I think that's a great point. You know, being able to spend that time, you know, I think when I left to go on my adventure of adulting, like it's harder to connect, right? Because you're going back home to the same environment. And I think what we've chosen to do is to take ourselves out of the same environment and be able to put ourselves where they're at. Mm-hmm. And like being able to grow our businesses to be able to give us the opportunity to do so has been amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, and I think I'm just really blessed for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it will continue to have traditions like this. I think that's what separates us all, mm-hmm. you know, from a lot of people.
Yeah.
Expectations versus reality. What do you think?
Well, last year, expectation, I don't want to go. I'm kicking and screaming. It's hot.
Drug her along.
It's hot. It's dirty. There's a lot of people. There was a lot of things, but I went and I had a great time. And so this year I was like, okay.
Time out. We didn't even make it to the parking lot at the last day. She's like, we're going to get tickets next year. And I was like, what?
Ready to go. This year too, like I did little gift bags for the kids that were like Coachella packs, right? And they had like emergency blankets and throat soothing suckers and, you know, Advil, Band-Aids,
candy,
allergy meds, candy, snacks, Monsters, all the things so they could have like, they might need something and not have it. And then they've got a bag. So, and I was excited to give it to them and they were excited to get it. So it was cool.
That was cool. I think that was a nice touch. So that was the expectation. So that was your reality of it. Mm-hmm. The expectation first year was not really wanting to go.
Right.
Second year is like now your expectation to go and like have a good time.
Yeah. We did weekend 1 this year and last year we did weekend 2. And I think the vibe at weekend 2 is different.
Yes.
Like we were talking with a lot of people about influencers be there and celebrities weekend 1. And so you could tell the crowd was just a different wave. Like it was so busy. You didn't feel that as much weekend 2 last year. So I think it'd be interesting to see what it's like weekend 2 next year compared to us just doing weekend 1.
I think weekend 2 for me is people that are there to enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Weekend 1 is a lot of people there to enjoy like, I'm the who's who.
I saw this person. I saw this person. Let me get a picture with this person. Yeah. And I'm just like, can we get to the music? You know? Yeah. I would say too, like the first time we went for weekend 2, the crowd was very polite. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, my bad. And that was like refreshing. It wasn't just like obnoxious people. And weekend 1 this year, there were more obnoxious people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Less polite, I don't want to say less friendly because people were still friendly. It was just, there were just so many people.
Yeah. Like
me holding on to you to get through a crowd so we didn't get separated. Like that's wild, you know? Yeah.
That's interesting. Mm-hmm. How'd you handle work while you were being there? I know you just basically touched on, you sent one email and whatever.
Yeah. Well, it was our last weekend for Call Boss to be off because now we're 24/7.
Yeah.
So I knew that this weekend would be good. And I'm glad it fell where it did with our start and our launch of our 24/7.
Yeah.
So I was pretty dialed into Coachella and not work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I'm still working on contracts with we're working on some big contracts with Capture and some other things. And even with Little Jones, we have some big stuff going on. So I think those kind of lurked in the back of my mind, you know, because we're just ramping up for it and like trying to make sure like, I felt like I just kept going through check boxes like as we're going through. Yeah. Once you get in the moment and you're like listening to a particular DJ or band or whatever, like you can kind of let it go. But I felt myself like kind of traveling back there to that spot because it makes such a big difference for our businesses on these couple contracts, like once they get signed.
Well, you still would get up early. I don't know how. It just must be that internal clock. So we're staying up really late, getting back really late, and then showering like really late. And like we haven't stayed up to 2 and 3 in the morning in forever. And so
last year at Coachella.
Yeah, right. It's been a year. So you would still get up early though and go get coffee and walk. And I know that you're on the phone either talking to people or like strategizing or working on your contracts during that time period.
Yeah, trying to keep it away from everybody. But it's better, right? I'm not dealing directly with the customers necessarily, which is still better. What's one stressful, chaotic moment while you're there?
Stressful or chaotic? Actually, this year, I mean, it was much better as far as chaos goes with our navigating our kids. Like, we want to be here, we want to be there, we want to be there. We were like, okay, you guys do you, we're going to do us. We'll meet in the middle and call it good. So it was less chaotic. But what's cool is we were all at the same shows, just in different locations at those shows. So like when we saw Marlon Hofstetter over at the Sahara, we were up on the hill, right? So we could look down and see everybody down at the stage, and you just saw the flood of people coming in. And that's when the kids sent the video to us to say that they were in the crowd, and we saw this one person had a blow up flamingo.
Flamingo, yeah.
And we were like, there's the flamingo. So we knew where the kids were.
Yeah.
Even though we were like way up far watching it, but we're all like rocking and jamming to the same thing.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
Yeah, it was good. I think for me, like the probably most chaotic moment was, getting out of the traffic, out of there at night. If you don't leave like right when everything ends, like you'll be stuck for hours.
But you're specifically talking about our last night exiting the parking lot.
Jesus Christ! It was it almost turned into a bumper, like a
bumper cars.
Bumper cars, but what's the derby? Crash derby or whatever.
Jeez. Yeah. Intentional crash. Like I'm not one for confrontation, but that night I was like, you can hit that car.
We could just take that Tesla right out of there.
It just kept pushing.
So there's those things. I think the other thing was we had so at the festival there's multiple stages, right? And there's some really big stages and some smaller ones. But there's like this corridor that goes through, and I think that they let out a couple big ones got let out at the same time.
Yeah.
And it just like this mash of people. And like Nikki just held on, and like we just barreled through the crowd, and it was like everybody was pushing to get through. And it was
crazy.
That was like the most probably intense, like the amount of people that were like engulfing you.
Yeah.
And I was like, we should have just walked way around, but I don't, whatever, we were beelining it.
Well, I kept saying, dude, it's the herd. It's like The Walking Dead, because you can't move. You're just doing that shuffle, and there's people this way, that way, this way, that way. And that part was crazy.
Yeah.
There was a lot of overlapping. Like there were so many artists we wanted to see that we couldn't necessarily get to, even though we're like, okay, we're going to leave that one 20 minutes early to get over to the Yuma tent and see this next one. Like we wanted to see Prospa, and we stood in line for an hour. So like stuff like that, it's kind of hard to navigate a little.
So what are the one worth it moment?
Subtronics.
Subtronics?
Everyone I'm seeing post is Subtronics. Like that dubstep was amazing.
That dude's dream came true that night.
It did.
Literally.
Yeah.
He got up there and just like, this blows my mind.
It blew my mind. I was like, dang. And all these people, and we were down at the bottom, and the bottom in the back. Our kids are towards the front, down in all of it. But it was so good. So good. I would go back.
To him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I think that was like good. I think that was a good moment. I think some of the worth it moment is like, just the experience of it. So it's probably not just one moment, but it was like just taking it all in and just like, okay, let it all go. And like, I'm here right now. And I think there's some moments like, you're just like, wow, all right. Just the people watching, the kind of take it all in and just really, why you're there, right? Yeah, you're there for the music, but it's like, it's really just the vibe. The vibe of what's happening at that place, which is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
So I think that was for me. Yeah, his was really, really good.
But to be able to be in that moment, because everything's handled, right? Our businesses were handled. Nobody reached out from the team with any crises or anything.
I think they're gotten better about reaching. We used to have like our call, man, it would just nonstop when the few times we got away. I think now it's gotten better because they're out to try to prove something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. We have a good team.
Yeah, so I think that is like, I think relating it back to business is like, did you put the process and procedures in place? Do you have great people working around you to really make that happen, right? And if you do, fantastic. If you don't, then that's something you really, really need to focus and work on. Because they even know like what our monthly targets are for Little John's, what we need to be getting done. With Call Boss going 24 hours, we just had a big contract signed with an agreement with an affiliate, and that's exciting, and that's going to roll out. So all these things are building momentum.
Yeah.
The software company, like we're in like deep negotiations right now. Some stuff that we think we can really help this other company with. So there's a lot of irons in the fire, and I think that's like, but it's always getting handled, and I think that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. What would you do different next time? Stay an extra day.
Yeah, maybe. Just a decompressed day. I mean, I do feel like I need a rest because we came back on Monday, and Monday night started 24/7, and I worked 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. And I'm like, burning the candle at both ends, right? Because got to be up, got to do the next thing, crash and get some sleep when you can. And you've worked nights, it's tough. But we came off of a really fun, long weekend, and now we're hitting it. So, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think to do different, I think would be to hopefully next year this time, like we can, go a little longer. We could have stayed longer this time, but like there's just, we had to get our son back to college. We had to do a bunch of other stuff, but
that was wild in itself. Flying our son from Arkansas to Palm Springs on Saturday, so he missed Friday.
After spring game.
After football, right. And then coming to Coachella that night, Saturday, he's with us. All day Sunday, he gets to be at Coachella with his girlfriend and the family. And then the next morning, Monday, we wake up and drive back to Phoenix, and first stop is the airport.
It was the airport. Thanks, bud. See ya.
I mean, it was nice to be able to see him.
And then we stopped to get a coffee, and Nikki and I go inside, and his girlfriend's sitting in the truck, and Nikki just starts bawling.
Happens when he leaves.
Every time, huh?
Yeah, it's okay. It's shorter cries now.
Okay, yeah. Fair
and
enough.
we're almost done with his first full year of college, so.
Yeah, which seems crazy.
I know, it's fast.
Yeah. So I think there's that. I think for me, I hope we're at a level sooner than later, but before next year to where we're not on a time that we need to come back right away, that we could really kind of budget ourselves out and just stay away for a little bit longer. Mm-hmm. I think we're like really close on a couple of these deals. So I think that will open up a lot of opportunities for us and our team, and that part is really exciting.
Yeah.
So it's just like, how do we get there?
We're on the right track. We just got to keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I think overall, if you're going to take anything away, I think sometimes get yourself out of the comfort zone, really test to see what your team is doing, how good they are, and if they're not good, like how do you make those adjustments so in the future you can go and enjoy those times. And I think that challenging yourself to go do that, I think keeps you young.
Yeah. Even
for the young ones listening, it keeps you young, but it also kind of keeps your mind open to different deals, right?
Yeah.
And I think that all too often we see a lot of people not even have their own business, but they're just like, well, this is kind of what I'm set to do. And I'm like, well, that kind of sucks. So, there's no challenge in life, and I think that going to Coachella and like we've talked about doing some other stuff would be a lot of fun with our kids, because like that's what our kids are really into right now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it is really exciting to kind of see the young adults these kids that you've led along the way, and they become young adults, and to kind of see who they're with, who their significant others are, girlfriends, boyfriends, right? And the people that they surround themselves with has been pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And I don't think many parents necessarily see that part of it, right?
Right, but if everyone can go to an event together and interact and get along, and they all get along. All of our kids, different ages, different significant others or whatever, they all mesh well together.
Yeah, I think they make it a point, right? They really do try to make it a point to like get along, and I think that's been pretty awesome.
Yeah. And meanwhile, our 9-year-old was at home like, when can I go?
He was so mad. He was like, wait. You did what?
Everybody's going? Yeah.
Sorry, bud.
Yeah. Maybe later.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm saying sorry, bud. I don't say bud at all, really. But yeah, it's like, he's like, maybe next year. And I'm like, dude, what a Boo, that'd be a lot of work.
No.
Trucking that gooder around.
He'd be tired in 10 minutes. No, he can't. He's got to wait till he's like 14 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next one.
We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. But so anyways, I just think, that was a good reminder for us to kind of get away, right? We took a quick, vacation up to Vegas for the weekend, and that was exciting. It was a surprise for Nikki, and did some really fun things up there. But just to because we work together and spend so much time together, it was nice to really kind of work on ourselves and our marriage. I think that was really, really nice. And I think that all too often, if you work and you and your spouse work in the business together, or if you don't, even if you don't, you need to really kind of clip that time away and make sure that your marriage is good and solid, because the last thing you want to do is wake up one day and be like, that is a complete stranger next to me, and I'm not sure what.
I could have done it different, and didn't.
Yeah,
so
that's a good point.
But find time, to break away, and even use it as a test, right, for your business. Yeah. What happens if I go away? What happens if I'm gone for 3 days? Yeah. See what happens.
Leave early one day.
Start small. Leave early, and then
tell
progress.
the team you're not coming in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We've told our team that, and I still was I was still lurking.
Always lurking.
Yeah. But and that was early on, right? I think we have built such a good group of people right now that it's pretty awesome, because Nikki hit it earlier. They all want to prove a point, right? We got this, don't worry about it.
And they do. Mm-hmm. Got to empower people to be great, and they're pretty great.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anything else to add?
No. Schedule it, book it, give it a try, even if you don't want to. It might surprise you. Coachella, that is.
Yeah, you don't have to take the deep dive off to Coachella either. I'm just saying that it'd be nice. It's good for you to get away, test the boundaries. I think there's seasons, we've talked about it before, there's seasons you need to work really hard. We're in a season where we're working really, really hard because we are trying to get these things pushed through and done. But in saying that, you still have to make time, and you really have to test your business. Mm-hmm. I think all too often we're like, oh no, it's good, it's good, it's good. But you can never leave, right? Because you are so needed at the business at all times. You've just became a prisoner of it almost.
Yeah.
You're not working at the higher level stuff.
Right.
And I think ultimately that's what's going to get you to where you want to go.
And that goes back to our delegate episode. If you can delegate the right things to the right people, you'll be set up for success.
Exactly right.
Yep.
Take care of your employees. They'll take care of you.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, awesome. I appreciate it. Thanks for listening. And we'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one.